5 years ago, you tied up your Janasena tied up with.
Jagan is not Dudka Zula. He has his own whatever he has done. You have to create a balance because things have changed a lot in the course of time.
From left, you have gone fully right.
My personal connect is with Modi ji, definitely.
You are the one who actually organized this alliance between TDP and BJP. You are the mediator. Kingmaker, are you the kingmaker?
No, if I would have had most number of seats, maybe I would have been, I can say, king. But
Hello and welcome to this India Today special. We're here in the vanity van of one of the star campaigners of this Andhra Pradesh election in East Godavari district, in the home of Pawan Kalyan, actor turned politician and Janasena president, who's in alliance here, remember, with the BJP and TDP, the Kutumi or alliance as they are calling it. Thank you very much for joining me. Is this your big election, your coming out election? Because the big question is whether all this cinematic craze for you is going to translate into votes.
yeah. That is, since 15 years I've been in politics, right from when my brother launched the party. It's always there is a great fanfare and all. But to turn that into into voting, it takes time. I think it will see a very substantial result for the Janasena party.
It's interesting you're saying you've been in politics for 15 years. You mentioned your brother Chiranjeevi. He also started off very well.
Yeah.
The Praja Rajyam got 18 seats, but then he joined the Congress and the party eventually declined. Now, I want to understand from you, where is your confidence coming from that this time you think you will actually get votes?
Because fundamentally I'm not a kind of actor material. Because I'm quite influenced by Nani Palkhiwala and Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan. They were my role models.
Not actors. You are not an actor.
No, fundamentally I'm not an actor. I was somehow pushed into acting, so I made a living out of it. But actually deep down my passion is to serve society, and all my role models are Nani Palkhiwala. I grew up on Nani Palkhiwala, We the Nation and We the People, and Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan's Total Revolution.
It's interesting you're mentioning Jayaprakash Narayan, because 5 years ago, you tied up your Janasena tied up with the left parties.
Yeah.
Now you have tied up with Narendra Modi, the BJP and TDP. From left you have gone fully right.
No, you have to understand, there is no one way to handle things. You have to keep on maneuvering, you have to keep on managing. I personally feel you have to create a very centristic attitude. You have to create a balance because things have changed a lot in the course of time. So I personally feel there is an ethic to do with, you have to take everything, culture matters.
No, but why Mr. Modi? You see, my point is, you are from left, from being in partnership with CPI and CPM in the 2019 election, now you've gone with the BJP and Prime Minister Modi and Chandrababu Naidu.
No, you have to understand, I started with Modi ji in 2014. Mm-hmm. See, the reason when I have started, it's more because of it's a Congress who has bifurcated the state in the very unruly manner. And we were the receiving end. And the state has really suffered a lot, even as an individuals, and we suffered a lot. And the way, the haphazard manner of bifurcation really had a great impact on all of us. So there's only way, by then in 2014, Narendra Modi has got nothing to do with the bifurcation, but I had conveyed it to him. So he was an emerging leader, and he was a prime ministerial candidate. So from my side, I want to communicate to do something good for the state, for the erstwhile AP.
So is the tie-up with BJP or with Prime Minister Modi? Is it about...
Okay. In that way, no, for me, my personal connect is with Modi ji, definitely. It initiated with Modi ji.
So Modi ji is the reason why because the buzz in Delhi is, you are the one who actually organized this alliance between TDP and BJP. You are the mediator. It's true or not? Partly true.
Oh, no. It is, in a way, I initiated the dialogue. Because for me, I feel the way the current regime is here, And I need very solid leadership around, someone who could blend with people. We don't need just one leader government is going to be tough to understand, to handle an erstwhile AP. I feel even from 2014 onwards, I thought of always I was thinking about to bring all the leaders on one platform. I think that's how it initiated. So fundamentally, I think initiated this.
Because on the other side, you've got Jagan Mohan Reddy.
Yeah.
And when we meet Jagan Mohan Reddy, he says, everybody has ganged up against me. It's like in the Hindi word, sab mile hue hain. You know, a Hindi film dialogue would be, sab mile hue hain mere.
Jagan is not Dudh Ka Zula. He has his own, whatever he has done, he damaged the state. See, first of all, he is the kind of very hard leader, and he has a lot of. He's the only chief minister in India who is out on bail for the last 5 years, and he has got a lot of whatever the cases there, around 30 to 39 cases are there on him, and more than anything, is very the kind of lawlessness, disorder in the society, and the kind of vendetta games, and it has become a #1 capital for ganja. And around 25,000 tons have been seized in Vizag airport. And the empty number of cases. And there is no end for this lawlessness. Somewhere I said, so for me, I took the model of, inspired by Loknath Jayaprakash Narayan, the opposite should come together for a common purpose. I think that's how we initiated.
You know, you're saying again, Jayaprakash Narayan's name. I thought you would say NTR's name. Because, you know, when you come to Andhra Pradesh and you think of film stars and politics, the first name that you think of is NT Ramarao. I mean, he within 6 months of forming the Telugu Desam became chief minister. Is he a role model, or you're saying no film star is your role model? Because Tamil Nadu has had a lot of success. The likes of MGR, Jayalalitha. Andhra Pradesh, there's only NTR. Even Chiranjeevi ji was not fully able to succeed in politics.
Ever since, even before I entered into cinema, always I grew up a lot on history and a lot on economics and social sciences. And I really stuck to history, and especially political history in 70s and 60s. My father actually, he came from a, communist party. He was a member of a communist party.
Your father was a member of the Communist Party. Because in those days, in these parts, the Communist Party was very strong.
Quite strong.
In
And my father went into, my uncle and my father and all colleagues went into underground, and somehow one guy went into, one of my uncle went into military. My father finally, he made his way to get into police forces as a constable. So, and we are at heart, I know that it's quite a bit, a little not able to, maybe it's difficult to digest for you. Within the heart, I'm a very hardcore socialist.
So you don't want to copy NTR. NTR, MGR, these are not your role models. People who use their screen presence to become so powerful off screen. Because when I see the craze for you, it's your cinematic craze again.
No, you cannot say this. In this particular case, maybe it is around 10 years back, yes. In 2014, yes. In 2019, a good percentage. But now, they believe in the journey what I had done, and for me, NTRG is not because it happened only for Mr. NTR, and for Mr. MGR it happened only to him, and I can't emulate them, and I can't take them as my role models for my political journey. For me, I have a very solid convictions about society and about the way how to run a political party.
You know, you are also seen as the leader now of the Kapu community, which is in large numbers here. The reason you're in coastal Andhra, people say, is that's why you're contesting most of your 21 seats. You're only contesting 21 out of 175. Do you see yourself as a Kapu leader? Or do you believe you've crossed that caste barrier?
No, definitely I had crossed, because otherwise I can't claim. I connected with, because for me, right from the age of, say I was 16 or 15 or 17, I grew up on Nani Palkiwala, and because my father used to read a lot of Illustrated Weekly. So for me, I got connected with Emergency Movement and all those old magazines I used to refer. So for me, the caste was never into my mind, never into my heart. Till almost, I can say, till 10 years back, I could never digest the concept of caste. We all have to burn somewhere in some state and some linguistic background and some caste background. We don't have a choice. But how do you take it forward? Did you really work for one caste? You cannot. It's impossible to do politics for one caste. It's not
With 21 seats, that you're contesting in this election, what is the role that Pawan Kalyan is playing? Are you the role of a spoiler? Are you a role of a coalition builder? What is your role? Are you kingmaker? Are you the kingmaker?
No, if I would have had most number of seats, maybe I would have been, I can say, king. But see, whatever it is, I'm being a very pragmatic personality, pragmatic guy. And for me, my objective is to be the voice of the people with this 21 seats, what I'm contesting. And I want two parliaments. I want to be the voice of people. And I'm not thinking as like, kingmaker, but definitely I'm pro people, and definitely I want a very constructive and good governance.
Okay, I want to ask you in conclusion. Telugu cinema is going bigger by the day. One super hit after the other. You all have bridged the divide between Bollywood and Telugu cinema. It's now, is that, is there a sense of pride that you get that has the Telugu cinema, Telugu world now arrived on the national stage?
One thing I can talk about cinema is, for me, we're all passionate about cinema, which I don't like to call Indian cinema, because for me, somehow I don't like. I call it as the Bharatiya cinema. Bharatiya cinema. And I don't like these linguistic barriers, because I grew up on Amitabh Bachchan, I grew up on the old films of Raj Kapoor. And, because I'm in love with those old songs and Rajesh Khanna's and Kishore Kumar. So
you and I are then are made for each other. I also love Rajesh Khanna and Kishore Kumar. What's your favorite song? You have a favorite song?
Jeevan mein tu darna nahi. That Dharmatma, not Dharmatma, Kote Sikhe.
Kote Sikke ka gana tha.
So that one. And for me,
my favorite song is a song of Rajesh Khanna and Kishore Kumar. Zindagi ke safar mein guzar jate hain.
So all this kind of music and Mukesh and all this, for me, see, I feel I don't want the country to be talked as a southern part of cinema, and because if any Bharatiya cinema comes, let it be Telugu or Hindi, it's always pride for all of us.
No, the reason I'm saying this, even in politics now, there's a feeling of a north-south divide. That the BJP is not a party of the south. You have gone and aligned with a party which has very little resonance in a state like Andhra Pradesh. Do you agree that there is a north-south divide? BJP is a party of Hindi, Hindu, Hindustan, of North India.
Then Congress is not supposed to be here. Then if you talk about that, like none of the Congress leadership belong to southern part of India, the prime leadership. So you cannot say that.
But is there a north-south divide, you think, in politics today?
See, there is division in every kind. As Nanipal calls, we call it ourselves as Maharashtrians, we call ourselves Andhra, Telangana, something, but we don't call ourselves as Indians. So for me, it is like my heart is filled with Bharatiya, and I do understand these linguistic barriers and these caste barriers and all, but beyond that, I think we have to grow. As a leader, I think we have a responsibility to go beyond all this. That's what I think.
I'm going to see you interacting with the crowd. How do you do it? I mean, it requires a lot of energy. Right? Where do you get the energy? These thousands of people waiting for you, hours on end.
See, for me, because my father, I told you, he started as a constable, and we came from very small beginnings, a simple, humble beginning. And even my brother was a big star, then still we never had a car. And for me, always I'm deeply connected with a very common man, Ahmad, R.K. Lakshman's common man, I can say that.
You're going to win this election?
Definitely we're winning this election.
You're sure of it? 100% sure that you're winning, the Kutumi is winning this election?
Alliance is winning, yes.
I'll ask you this. You've told us things that we didn't know in this interview, that you are a great admirer of Jaiprakash Narayan and Nali Palkhiwala. You've told us that you love Rajesh Khanna and Kishore Kumar songs. Is there something else that we need to know? How does Pawan Kalyan relax after this long day when you're going to do all these rallies across? How are you going to relax?
First of all, I go into some kind of, solitude. And I'm a disciple of Ramlal Prabhuji, and I'm a disciple of Ganesh Puri, Nityananda Baba. So for me, either I listen to a lot of chants, and most of the time I read a lot of books. Most of the time.
So when this election is over, how are you going to relax? It's very hot in Andhra Pradesh, I must confess.
For me, frankly speaking, I don't know. Actually, I struggle now when I speak, when I have this hot, this humid atmosphere. But once I'm done with this, suddenly I get immense joy and relaxation. That's what I do. That's why I live with it.
And what's the best thing about being Telugu? What does being Telugu mean?
Being Telugu means we are very patriotic. That's all I can say. Because we shared borders with Tamil Nadu, we shared borders with Orissa, we shared borders with Chhattisgarh, and we are surrounded by many states. So we don't have the just mere linguistic connectivity. We have the connectivity with that entire concept of Bharatiya.
That's a wonderful way to put it. But I'm going to, before we end, ask you an Antakshri question. You have to think of one Kishore Kumar tune, and then I'll say the remaining lines. You start off.
ये रातें ये मौसम नदी का किनारे ये चंचल हवा.
Lovely, lovely. That's the way to do it. Thank you very much, Pawan Kalyan ji. I wish you very well. You've got a tough battle ahead.
We will, and we will win.
You will win. Okay.